I will pray for you, but if you get on my nerve, I will cuss you smooth out. My mouth ain't under control yet, and I can throw these hands. And let me tell you something, if I get my hands on you, I promise you, you gonna know you've been in a fight. But I'm trying not to go there because I'm in transition.
What I'm on here for about is Queen Sheba.
Play that louder now. We'll get the head off. Play it louder. You are very open-minded about a lot. I think you haven't had an opportunity to experience a conservative relationship. Hold on. And if and when you do, come back and talk to me.
Queen Sheba.
Yeah.
What you don't realize is that you don't listen, ma'am.
I don't have to. You're not my daddy.
Ever diagnosed with any type of like mental illness or any type of diagnosis, any type of learning disability, anything like that?
I have a crazy problem.
Oh, we have a crazy problem here, y'all. This one gave me anxiety. I ain't gonna lie, my heart is beating. My heart is beating strong. This too much. This too much. Like Aunt Bertha said, this is way too much. Listen, the receipts are receipting. I had to take my time to upload them right, and it took just a little bit more time than I anticipated. Thank you for letting me know I'm coming through loud and clear. Listen, what do you say? Have you ever been diagnosed with a mental problem? Let me play it again.
Ever diagnosed with any type of like mental illness or any type of diagnosis, any type of learning disability, anything like that?
I have a crazy problem.
These motherfuckers got crazy problems. When I show you these receipts, y'all, this don't make no sense. And I'm going to have to walk you back to where it started based on the receipts that I received. Hell, I almost didn't want to do it. I got so much anxiety from looking at this stuff. But real quick, listen, as a reminder, if you are in the palace, we are cruising for the new year. And if you haven't already, quit playing and get your cruise. Yes, make sure you get your cruise shirts. They're $25 available at queenshiba.com. And listen, if you ain't cruising with us, that's cool. Pause. We got some.
Yeah.
Yes, we got something for you too. And recently we celebrated Black Girl Day off. You can get that merch there. All right. All my stuff is unisex. Listen, the men support the women around here. So, ladies, it ain't just for you. You can get your man one too. Now, we're about to jump into this. Whew, let me walk you back. Okay. And this is going to be, once we hit our goal, this is going to be a priority panel today, a live panel. I'm going to open up the line for priority members. That's it. That's all. So I have to take you back. Martell Holt is an evil genius. That's a phrase that they use in philosophy. If you've ever taken a philosophy course, he is a mastermind. He is an evil genius. And what I would like to do is run down, this man is good at what he does. Like, you got to give him credit. If he used his brain for good, he would be dangerous. It's almost like criminals that get up in prison and they're very crafty with their hands. They can rewire stuff and they can make weapons and they can do everything but do right. And, you know, we've coined him, can't get right. This man is a finesser. I'm going to run down his roster. Okay. Now, to those of you that's out here windmilling for Martell, he is behind all of this Tasha K mess, y'all. And he's been orchestrating this since 2022. Write that down. 2022 is when this started. Now, let me run down the roster of who's on his team. Destiny. He placed a battery in Destiny's back. Arion's back. Tasha K's back. Letitia's back. Maurice is back. Kimmy's back. And Carlos is back. Marcel seems to be the only one that's slightly waking up with a hell to the no. So I ran down the roster. I gave you the timeline. This man has been in action for over 2 years. This is nothing new based on the receipts from Tasha K. I'm going to go through it all. But I had to let you know there. So if I had to let you know that. So if you're out here windmilling for him, I'm just letting you know he's been orchestrating this, and Martell is bad to the bone. Okay? Bad to the damn bone. I'm shocked, but I'm not shocked at the same time. But before I get into it, y'all, I got to get to my super chat. So give me 1 second. Here we go.
All right, Palace, the Super Chat Squad is in the building. We appreciate you, baby. The Super Chats are fire. Get in your bag.
That's a lot of money.
All right, real quick. Peaches and Cream coming through with a 5-piece and a pepper. She said, let's go, Queen Sheba and Palace. Hi, y'all. We ready. We ready too. Denise, aka 1908, gifted 1 Queen Sheba Darling membership. Congratulations to the lucky recipient of her kindness. All the tea in China. Congratulations, girl, on your 3-month membership. Janetta Speaks gifted 5 Queen Sheba Darling memberships. Memberships. You already know what time it is. If you got that lucky announcement, welcome to the palace. Shanda Walker, member for 8 months. Thank you. She says, hey, Queen. Hey to you. 2 blessed for you. 16 months riding with us. Nisa Najib, honey, coming through with the 50-piece and a pepper. She says, get them, Queen Sheba. Listen, I might need some help on this one. I may need some help on this one. Fit Diva 1979 coming through strong, y'all, with a 10-piece and a pepper. She says, Queen is standing on business. Listen, I am, but this one gave me anxiety, child. Messy and Kentucky with a 10-piece and a pepper. She says, expose them hoes, stand on business. That's what we're about to do. Rashida, member for 9 months. You got my back? All right, let's ride out. Cookie from the shop pulled up too. All right, y'all, let's get into business. Let's see. Trending. Congratulations on your 12-month membership. She said, you got this, Queen. You always know how to handle your receipts. I got it. I hope y'all can handle it. Listen, Always India gifted 1 Queen Sheba Darling membership. Congratulations to the lucky recipient of her kindness. We see you, a woman of strength. Let's see. Tanya B says, you got this. I got it. Tamika, thank you for the pod piece and the pepper. We appreciate you, Queen Cornbread, coming in with a 10-piece and a pepper. She says, the palace standing on motherfucking business. Yes, we are. Sherrod 247 coming through with a 20-piece. Bam. I love it. And let's see who else we got. Okay, thank you for having me covered, Bama girl. And it's Tay T, 10-piece and a pepper. She said, let's go, Queen. All right, Palace, let's go. We're about to show these receipts. We're about to pull up everything from start to finish. I gave you a timeline. I said this mess started 2 years ago. Now, I'm going to say this. Let's take Love and Marriage Huntsville off the table. Let's take who we like off the table, who we don't like off the table. I don't understand how Melody or any woman or any man can endure anything like this because somebody don't like them. This is mental anguish. This is mental anguish. And at this point, it's put a bad taste in my mouth. I'm like, y'all, come on. Now, it ain't that damn serious. But anyway, let's back up. I reached out to Melody, like I told y'all I would, and she responded to me, okay? She responded to me, and let's go ahead and go over the responses. I'm about to pull up the receipts. So this was me reaching out to Melody. Let me see if there's anything else I forgot to share with y'all before we get into these receipts. Here lately, let's back up. Martell Holt popped out with his mistress. The reason why I think it's a big deal to a lot of people is because Martell rarely ever, I think this is his first time, really seeming to be comfortable with his mistress in photos. And although he did not put her on his social media, she shared their outings together. We saw them at the homecoming event. We also saw them at the Derby event in Atlanta. Okay, so that was a big deal. It got a lot of blog coverage because it's like, okay, he's doing right. This is, whatever it is, I guess they're a couple, they're moving forward with their lives. 48 hours later, Tasha K drops a bomb on her site on Instagram that Melody Cherie is sleeping with the bodyguard, her security guard. Okay. Now, we heard that before on September 26th. It's very important for you to remember these dates. On September 26th, in the Circuit Court of Madison County, Alabama, Martell Holt filed a first amended counterclaim and petition for Rule Nisi. And what he wanted to enter into the court, right, and go on record, he accused his ex-wife of sleeping with the security guard. Melody then filed a claim, and the judge struck it from the record. She struck a great portion of Martell's amended counterclaims from the record. 48 hours later, Tasha K comes out and backs Martell up, allegedly, with the same claims of Melody Holt. Oh, no, you didn't. No, you're not guilty of, I'm just paraphrasing, of sleeping with a married man when you cried about this yourself. And I have receipts, basically, is what Tasha K said. So people tore Tasha K up because they're like, girl, we can smell Martell a mile away. Now, nobody knows this for a fact, right? We are only suspecting. But in one half of this, Tasha K is a YouTuber. She's a content creator. So you got to give her 50-50 because she's just doing her job, right? But people suspect, girl, Martell, you on a payroll. Now, let's get into the receipts of it all. I reached out to Melody because I'm like, wait, how did they go from almost kind of good? Because people are wanting Martell to move on because we feel like if he moves on, hopefully he'll leave his ex-wife alone. And even if he moves on with the woman who helped destroy his marriage, you know what? Good fucking riddance. Just go. How did it go from y'all having a lovely weekend back to back to the Mistress dropping a photo of the security guard and his wife to Tasha K coming out attacking Melody? So this seems orchestrated, right? So I reached out to Melody and I'm like, girl, what's going on? Here's my outreach. Let me show you, pull it up, and we're going to take it from there. Give me 1 second. I got to get all these. I thought I had them all. Okay, this is me to Melody. Can y'all see this? I ain't even looking at the chat. I said, listen, not sure what's happening, but Tasha K seems to be coming for you. Are you good? You good? This is what I said to her. She said, hey, I'm good. I don't know. I have never had a bad convo with her, so it's weird. Let me see. The last time we texted. So these are the texts, right? They're all jumbled up. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So then another one. Then she sends 2 jumbles of text. And I'm like, oh, Lord, I thought it would just be one text. But I'm like, damn, I got to go through all these texts and put them together. And then she says, this is the only correspondence I've had with her privately. She interviewed me once, but I don't know why we'd have an issue. Honestly, I don't know her in real life. So, ... Pause. Now, let me tell you where I'm gapped as a content creator. I don't know when Melody did the one-on-one interview with Tasha K. I know all of you have said it. I don't know the date. I don't know if Melody was married, divorced, or single then. I ain't got time to go look. I ain't got time to go find it. That's probably another date that you want to remember. But I just want to be honest. I don't know anything about that part. Okay. Let's go to the second. Let me get to the chat. Make sure we good. Are we good? Everybody good? All right, we're going to go to the second one. So then I open up the text messages or that Melody and Tasha had, and it says, hey, it's Tasha K. Are you and Martell separated? I thought you two were working it out. Melody says, hey, LOL, we had us a good... Hold on. I thought you two were working it out. Shit, yeah, that's what I'm saying, y'all. These receipts are whooping my ass. Oh, it looks like Melody ignored her. So it looks like Melody ignored her. And then Tasha sent a video from April. So, okay, Melody's interview must have been in April of 2021. Melody responded to that, even though she didn't respond to Tasha trying to get all up in her business about if she's separated. And Melody responded and said, hey, laughing out loud, we had us a good time. When are you dropping? She's referring to her interview with Tasha K. And then Melody responded later under that, yes, we did. No, Tasha responded, yes, we did. And then Tasha also told Melody, I'm going to drop the video basically Saturday night at 9:30 p.m. Melody responded, okie dokie. So, of course, they're just these blanks that you see is Tasha mentioning probably after she dropped her video. Just, you know how you kind of mention somebody in your story. Not a big deal. So 2021, Tasha reaches out to Melody to say, girl, y'all separated? Y'all breaking up? I thought y'all were working it out. Melody didn't respond, but Melody did respond to the interview and said, oh, we had a great time. When are you dropping it? Fast forward from 2021 of April-ish to January. It looks like January 3rd. 2022. A little bit under a year later, Tasha sends Melody a message and said, I tried calling you. Underneath there is a screen of Arion, which seems to be a pre-recorded video. Are y'all following me? Melody responds and says, I have a new number, blank, 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 blank. She said, I just watched a clip, LOL, and I'm glad you didn't have it at the time because I have no internet. I have no interest in engaging with her. Wow. So Melody told Tasha, I'm glad you didn't have my number. Basically, don't call me with that bullshit. I have no interest in engaging with the side chick. So that's 2 times, Melody, that you've dissed Tasha. I'm just noting it, which may have gotten Tasha riled up. The first time she asked you, are you getting a divorce? You didn't say anything. The second time she shoots you some mess about the mistress and you said, I'm glad you didn't have my number at the time because I have no interest. Tasha responds and said, I was like, damn. Melody didn't, she says, oh shit. Melody responds and says, you have my manager's Dawn's number though. You look really cute. That was a read. So basically, Melody, in my opinion, is saying, don't call me. I'll call you. And if you need to get a hold of me, then you go through my manager. Tasha proceeds to say, girl, I replied out of bed. Melody says, maybe you and I can talk later about some super dope things that I have going on. Oops. That's how you check a bitch. Don't bring me no negativity. If you want to talk to me, we're going to focus on my life and how I'm moving forward. Don't bring me nothing. That's what I perceive from that. Tasha then says, I was sick the last 2 weeks. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Melody said, oh no, a lot of people have been sick with this weather lately. Hopefully you get fully well soon. Tasha then says, I'm at the tail end. I threw on clothes. She said, hold on. I cannot miss this one. She says, I'm at the tail end of her sickness. I threw on clothes. Let me exit the screen because I have to read this one. She said, hold on, y'all. It went away. Oh, y'all, give me 1 second. It's blocking. So basically, Tasha is telling Melody, okay, she said, I'm at the tail end of my sickness. I threw on clothes. She insisted that this takes place now. When she's saying she's talking about Arion. So it sounds like Arion and Martell contacted Tasha K and insisted on an interview, giving her little to no time to prep. Follow me. January 3rd is the day before Martell's birthday. Martell's birthday is January 4th. Okay, let's pull up the next receipt. Let me pause to get through some of these comments. I'm trying to stay focused. Okay. All right. It looks like we're good. Let me go to the next one. Hold on. All right. So that went from April 2021. Damn. Hold on. April 2021. January. Now we're in January of 2022. Now, some of these receipts I may have out of order. Okay, let me take this. Okay, so we already went after that one. Okay, so that's one I already had. We don't have to go over that one. That was the initial outreach number 2. Okay, we didn't miss nothing. We good. We rocking and we rolling. So here we go. This one is Tasha K again. She says, hey, I wanted your exclusive response to Martell's letter. Now, I'm thinking she's talking about his strawberry letter on Steve Harvey. Okay. Melody responds, I haven't heard it yet because I've been fasting today with over 200 people. Oh, been that girl. But I do know Dawn has reached out as apparently they invited me to come on there or something. So Tasha, that's her 3rd time curving you and trying to point you in the right direction and say, go to my manager. Tasha says, okay, cool. Now this is on Martell's birthday. Tasha texts Melody at 3:04 p.m. and says, "Hey, it's Tasha K." Melody says, "Hey, happy Tuesday." Tasha says, "Happy Tuesday." She says, "I know you're laughing your ass off, as you should. Martell upset that the world knows what he likes." Bitch, what he like? What? So Tasha is in cahoots with Martell and Ariana at this point, but she's backdooring them, y'all, like an episode of Big Brother and throwing their asses under the bus to Melody. So she said, "Girl, I know you laughing at him because now he's mad that the world knows what he likes." What he like? And then she tells Melody, "Heads up, there's going to be a part 2 explaining my strategy for the interview." Melody said, "Oh, okay. Aw, thank you for the heads up. I look forward to talking to you in the near future." Tasha says to Melody, "Best of luck on all your endeavors." There's a cheers from Tasha. There's praying hands, I guess from Melody. Tasha later on that night at 7:03 p.m. screenshots to Melody a private conversation between her and Martell. So Tasha tells Martell happy birthday, and he says, "Hey, Tasha, thank you so much," meaning thank you for allowing my mistress to come on and attack Melody and get in Melody's ass. Thank you for taking us on, okay? So at this point, you got to go back and remember when Martell was shopping around with Dr. Heavenly. Do y'all remember? And Dr. Heavenly said no. So then he went to Tasha K to get the mistress in front of to talk about Melody's abortions. Remember, he released all of her private HIPAA information. He got that mistress to say everything and do everything in that Tasha K interview so that he wouldn't get any blood on his hands. The same way he just had that mistress drop that innocent lady's photo of her wedding. Okay. Are y'all following me? So he says to Tasha, "Thank you so much. Also, way to look out on that interview yesterday. It was amazing. She's going to be your co-host." Talking about Ariane. So now at this point, he wants to push Ariane out in front of everybody. And I think that may have been along the timeline, if I'm correct, is when Ariane started the YouTube. Y'all remember that? And he had her dressed up in a little tea outfit. Are y'all following me? Let me go to the next. Are y'all following me? I told y'all this some crazy ass shit. I don't know no black people that act like this. And at this point, he's trying to morph her into being a front runner and giving her this social access that he used to have, or that his ex-wife used to have. So he's kind of telling Tasha, "What's up? Can she be your co-host?" That interview was great. She want in. She want to get put on. Okay. So y'all are following. All right. Let me go to the next. This is just, so this is a continuation of Tasha's and Martell's conversation after he's saying Ariane wants to come on. She want to be lights, camera, action. She want to be on YouTube. She want to work with you. Tasha said, "Now, Martell, you gave this woman the limelight. Don't do that. You got a co-parent for the next 18 years. So at this point, Martell's trying to be real nasty. This motherfucker at this point is trying to take Melody the fuck out of here. He's trying to shame her by pushing the side chick, the mistress, in front. And Tasha had a little bit of integrity. She said, "Don't do that." Basically telling him, now you getting dirty. Now, y'all, let me tell you something. Give Tasha her credit in this moment. Because for Tasha K to say you doing too much, where's your morale? You doing way too much. She said you have to co-parent for the next 18 years. Pause. This nigga wasn't a bit more worried about co-parenting. He was worried about taking Melody down to the point that Tasha K even had to check his integrity. And then Tasha said, "And she's in love with you. You should consider settling with the cream of the crop." Talking about the mistress, I believe. The mistress, okay? Let's go to the next one. Hold on. So I'm like, So, of course, all of this. Now, we don't even know this happened because Melody ain't never shared this with nobody. I didn't even know this. Y'all didn't know this. Nobody knew that Melody had this exchange with Tasha K. Now, imagine thinking that you're on good footing with somebody, right? Tasha K did the fucking okey doke. She played Tasha. Now, you kind of put that family up against each other. But hold on, because look where you are now for no fucking reason. Y'all, you can't trust nobody. But Melody seemed to have been on good accord with Tasha K. So these attacks that are coming out lately, Martell must have paid a pretty penny for this, in my opinion. Because I know Tasha don't work for free, baby. She be getting to the money, period. Okay, so that was 2 years ago. We had no idea until today, right? Then a couple of days, a couple of days ago, Martell's Mistress pops back out. Y'all, and she's still with the shits. So I reached out to Melody right here. I said, again, I responded to her, responding to me. I said, thank you. Quick question. Why are Martell and his mistress fixated on you? Like, is there any reason all of this is happening out of the blue? It ain't making sense. Because it did make sense to me. And y'all know I'm a straight shooter. She says, I have no idea. I haven't been bothering anyone, doing my business and focusing on my kiddos and living life. It was definitely out the blue, but not surprising because it's always something and has been for years. Watch this, y'all. I'm going to blow your fucking mind. Sit back and relax. Let me take this one off the screen. I'm going to blow your mind. When I tell you this shit is crazy, hold on. Lord have mercy. I'm going to blow your mind. Okay, let's take this one off. I want to take you back to this. So, Tasha, since you like to pull up court documents, Martell filed this. You see it electronically on September 26th. Let me pull out my calendar. September 26th, Martell Holt goes back to court. Remember, we said, I know them people tied of their asses in that court because this shit should have been over a long time ago. But this nigga keeps filing and filing and filing. And to me, I'm going to be honest with you, I think Martell is sick. I think there's something mentally off. And I think, in my opinion, that Martell does this because whether it's a positive or negative, it allows him to engage with his ex-wife in some type of way. Now, he files this on the 26th of September, and 1 week later, 1 week later. So when Melody responded to me, she gave me a little bit of tea. After he filed this, September 26th, 1 week later, Martell Holt, right here, texts his ex-wife and says, I'm sorry a million times. And then proceeds to attack her online by way of his mistress and Tasha K. I'm sorry a million times. Now, in my mind, I got chills because I'm like, what the fuck is coming down the pipeline? That a week later, you're apologizing ahead of time, not only for accusing this lady, because you know he wrong. You don't apologize when you're right. You don't apologize when you have receipts. You don't apologize when you know somebody's fucking somebody. He is purposely trying to destroy this woman. And Melody, if I were you, I would call the fucking police on him today as soon as you get off that reunion stage, because you have no idea what that man has in store for you. And Tasha K, I know you doing your job. I can't tell nobody how to do their job, but y'all better be careful who you get around and who you support. I told y'all this is not going to stop. This is just ramping up. Martell is a very dangerous man to me. Text that lady a week later after he filed that amendment. And then a week before, he went on a social media attack by way of his mistress and then handed the ball to Tasha K. Now, I can only imagine what's going on right now on that reunion stage, y'all. Oh, I would have loved to have been in LA. I have no idea, but Melody, I hope you are right, because this nigga is batshit crazy. With that being said, I'm going to open up the panel for priority panelist only. That's the higher membership that I have. This is for my priority panelists. Now, priority panelists, because there's so many of you, we just gonna do it normal. You're gonna come up, speak, and I'm gonna drop you down because it's just too many to allow everybody to stay up. It's just too many. Okay, so we're about to do that. Let me hit these super chats. So on one end, you have Tasha K that's playing in Martell's face, and then flipped on Melody and now attacking Melody, right? After working with Martell and his mistress. On the other hand, you have Martell who's using all of these women to attack Melody, but at the same time behind the scenes apologizing to her. Does your mistress know this? Why you got her out here about to go to jail? See, you only supposed to be texting this lady about them kids. The judge says, do not contact her to talk about anything else. That's why I said, even for me, this is a bit much from a content standpoint. Take that out. Getting this kind of stuff every day, all day. Melody, I'm shocked you're not in the crazy house. I swear to God. I'm shocked I'm shocked you're not on some type of antidepressant, some type of medicine, because not too many people
Ever
can endure
diagnosed
this
with any
kind
type of like mental illness or any type of diagnosis, any type of learning disability, anything like that?
I have a crazy problem.
Listen, that nigga is batshit crazy. Batshit crazy. And he picks a particular kind of woman. Now, Tasha, my thing is birds of a feather flock together. We are. Water seeks its own level. There's some reason he keeps coming back to you. Now, my question to you, Tasha, is outside the money. What is it that causes you to have a deficit as a woman? Why is it that Martell knows? Because see, as weak as Martell is, these women are a little bit weaker than him. See, you can only pick a certain kind of woman that'll behave like that. So, Tasha, I don't really know much about your background, but girl, this is beyond content. This is beyond content. So I want to know. I always want to know when this kind of stuff starts happening. What is it about you that made him come to you? Over and over and over again. You started off with a little morality, and that shit went out the window really quick. But outside of that, I'm about to drop the link. Give me 1 second. We're about to get to this money.
Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me, comes to me. Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me. Money, 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 money.
Yes, flowing effortlessly. 41 Fit coming through with a 20-piece and a pepper says, all hell, the queen. Love to the entire palace. We love you, 41 Fit. We love you and we appreciate you. Astute Queen Bee Thoughts, member for 16 months, says, crown on. Let's get it. Let's get it, girl. That's a lot, ain't it? Leo the Lioness with a 10-piece standing on business. She says, queen, you stand on business. And did. That's a lot. Okay. A Blackbird Boxing Missy with a 5-piece and a pepper, y'all. She's standing on business. Carol RN gifted 5 QueenShiba darling memberships. Congratulations, y'all, if you got that. Moonchild712 with a 10-piece and a pepper. She says, hashtag we the fucking movement. I don't know what part they don't understand. Listen, we coming with it. KC with a 2-piece and a pepper. Remember when I gave Proverbs? I just cursed. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Remember when I gave Proverbs 4:14 through 19. I appreciate you, Queen. Crystal Haynes coming through loud and proud with a 10-piece and a pepper. With that being said, we're about to open up the lines. If you're not a priority member, do not click that link. This one is not for you. Stand by. Priority members only. You know if you're a priority member or not. And if not, I'm going to have to drop you down. So don't try it. All right, here we go. Listen, Miss Price standing on business with a 75-piece, y'all. That's a whole family pack. She says, QueenShiba, can't nobody bring a receipt like you. I got my Jodeci boots on and ready to open up a can of whoop-arse on hotel. You know what? If something doesn't happen soon, somebody can be seriously hurt. Somebody can be seriously hurt. This too much. Sassy Libra too with a 5-piece and a pepper says stand with Melody Cherie. Y'all, this too much. Anywho, this is what we're about to do. Let me drop that link. All right. Gemini got us with a 10-piece super sticker. We appreciate you. No weapon form. Listen. Now, let me ask y'all something, black folks. Is this a little crazy even for us? I know we flexible with the cheating and all of that and the broken families and all. Is this not a little bit too much for us, even as black folks with mistresses? And is this not giving that lady that put the bunny in the pot? Fatal Attraction. Was that the name of it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Fruit Gummy Queen, you got the floor.
Queen, I first want to start off by saying, like, your composure and your, like, ability to even walk through this, I commend you, because this is heavy. Like, out of all the stuff that, like, has come down the pipeline, like, this one truly stroked, like, an emotion in me, because this man is dangerous. And it's the fact that these people are around here playing with him like he's not capable of anything. That woman walk around with a security guard with a gun on his hip, not because of the fans, but because of the man she had kids with. And nobody can convince me differently. This, what you just read, and the most eerie thing is this text you got on the screen, Queen Sheba. What is that? He is truly deranged. And the people that are enabling him, they are just as immoral and deranged as he is. I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy. And people talk about the millimeters and, oh, y'all are cold and trauma bonding. No, it's because it's people with common sense who can see this shit is out of control. And it is not normal. This is way past, this is reality TV and this is a Kiki and entertainment. This is at this point televised abuse and it is too much.
Girl, I don't want that kind of love. Leave me alone.
Girl,
I get you 4, 5, 6, 8 side chicks. Listen, at this point, that man is stalking that lady, harassing that lady. And if this ain't
literally.
enough proof for nobody, then you really just hate her and your hate. And you know what? Let's keep it real. Everybody ain't gotta like Melody. That's not what it's about. But at some point, I'm hoping a little bit of common sense kicks in where you be like, all right now, nigga. Now you going too damn far. Now you going too damn far. You playing I don't even think he playing a game. I think he ain't gonna. I don't think he'll. You know what? Let me go to his Noir.
Hey, Queen and everyone. I'm late to the game. I was listening to your other video from last night and just popped on and saw that you were on. In my opinion, you're watching someone spiral so far downward, he is going to scorch everything in his path. Everything. Ex-wife, kids, anything attached to her. It's crazy that it doesn't click for him that an armed, trained personnel has to guard your ex-wife and children, and you don't have a pull switch to stop. And it's also crazy for other people to stand back and just watch like it's just, it's just another day in the neighborhood. I don't get it. I really don't. Am I missing something?
You know what? You make a good point. In that court document that I pulled up, you just jogged my memory. Hold on. You said scorch everything that's attached to her. Y'all, this real. That security guard is not the only person that he came after in this court document. He came after her mama, her makeup artist. If you work for her, he will come for you. If you stay
Everything.
around. If you stay
Everything.
around,
And then this is another point that I wanted to make after listening to your live from last night too. He is doing the exact same thing, just in a different manner, to Ariane or Coleslaw as he's doing to Melody. He's going to taint everything that's associated with Ariane because he's demented. When he discards her, she's going to be public enemy number one as well. Ariane's just too stupid to catch on to the game. Melody caught on to the game. But he's going to burn down the house unless he stopped. And even then, he's going to still try to figure out how to burn down the house.
it's a lot. But look, you brought up a great point, y'all. He came after everybody. Listen, Miss Van don't bother nobody. That makeup artist is just doing her job. This is crazy. Lala, what are your thoughts?
Hello, Queen Sheba, darling, and everybody up here in the palace. This is crazy. This is crazy, but am I surprised? Unfortunately not, Queen. I'm not surprised because this man has been deranged, has been a psycho delusional weirdo for the past few years that we have been seeing it. And we have been shouting it out from the rooftops every other day on YouTube. This man is dangerous. He's mentally unstable. He's supposed to get a psych evaluation, which he's avoiding. And I don't understand why the courts are not holding him accountable and throwing this mofo where he belongs in a bloody mental institute because he's crazy. What are they waiting for? Like I said before, and I'll keep saying this again, there's a reason why this man gets away with what he gets away with. If society allows psycho men to roam the streets and go after and abuse and attack their wives and do nothing after until something is done, God forbid. And we don't want to see that. We're asking for action because we have seen what this man is capable of. We already know previously, he pulled up on her, like he pulled something on her, a weapon on her before. We already knew that already. We already know he's capable of stalking her because he's been doing that in the past and he's still allegedly, in my opinion, still doing that today. But what I'm really baffled at is there's a court order, Queen. He's not meant to contact her unless it's regarding about the kids. And what is this? Why are you talking to her about something as sorry a million? What are you sorry for? That context alone, Queen, shook me to my core because that is really scary. And I'm truly gutted. And I'm sorry for Melody because I don't know how she puts up with this. But I also know that she's a prayed up woman. She has a loving family. She has prayer warriors around her, protecting her, praying for her. And she's a God-fearing woman too. And sometimes with demons, you need to leave them in God's hands and pray them away. But I just wish the court system would do what they're supposed to do and put this man where he belongs, in a psych ward. It's not fair and it's not right that she keeps going through this and she has children with him and she has to stick by this guy for the next how many years because of his abuse and bullying tactics and now getting other people involved in it. It just shows he's deranged, he's unhinged. And what are we waiting for? What are they waiting for? I'm just fuming, Queen. I really am. And I wish Melody the best. And please, everybody, pray for her. Pray for her because I now understand why she did that praying fast, because the demons were after her. You know what I mean? And they continue to come after her. Someone that's minding her business, working really hard to support her family. And in the end, she's got a weirdo that's constantly stalking her. And in my opinion, he's trying to isolate her, Queen. The more he gets rid of her core group of family and friends that support her and leaves her alone, in his mind, the psycho mind that he has, he thinks she's going to come back to him once she's alone and has nobody. But that's not how it works.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And I just think he's a psycho. Lock him up. And I'm the first to sign up whatever petition they have. I'm the first to sign it, Queen.
Listen, I know they say, oh, it was just harassing communications. You remember how they downplayed the seriousness of it all? Oh, he just texts her. But a psychopath, in my opinion, a sociopath, they know how to get you. They know how to make you lose sleep. Some of y'all have been in abusive relationships that are tuned in. If not you, somebody in your family, where they know exactly what to do to keep you tossing and turning. They send a little something. But let me say this real quick. If I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if she doesn't release some more stuff, because this man keeps sending his attack dogs. And at this point, Melody, you just gonna have to tell it all. I know sometimes women want to protect their family and their image. You gonna have to tell it all so people can really see what's really going on. Because when we protect, we get a little bit here and there, but I wouldn't be shocked at this point if this continues that you're gonna have to tell it all, Melody. Y'all, they said that he even attacked Jay Borland. Come on now. Let me listen. Kicking
Jay
it with
Bolden.
Courtney. Jay Boylan, yes. So anybody that works for her, imagine you can't even come in and do your damn work.
And these people aren't pressing charges against him. I mean, it's enough on record for them to step up and press a charge too. I'm baffled.
I don't know. Kicking it with Courtney. What are your thoughts?
Hey, Queen. Hey, panel. Hey, chat. Um, I just stick by what I said last night. I think, Cardi found Tasha K's offshore account, so she'll do anything for a check. So, that's just that on that. As far as Martell, I stick by it. I think that he has Ariane completely brainwashed. I honestly think that he makes her watch things with Melody. He tries to have her. That's the purpose of him, bringing her out this weekend. He feels like she finally, has captured something. He wants her to be in the forefront. He wants to capture that life that he once had. And I honestly believe that I wouldn't be surprised if Martell wants to go to jail at this point. I think he living on hell on earth. He's already in a prison, in his current lifestyle. I think he morphs in and out of reality. But I wouldn't be surprised if he wanted to go to jail just so he could have something else to blame on Mel and act as if this is something she did to him again. It's absolutely insane. I think that he should be ordered immediately to do his evaluation. I don't think there is any I don't think that I think that he has lost a full sense of reality. And I just do. I think he morphs in and out of reality, and I don't think that he's working with a full deck. And somebody has got to step in. And I just feel like he has Ariane completely brainwashed.
He does. He's very, I don't know how good he is with women, but he's very good with women. Let me tell you about the isolation of it all, the alienation. He alienated all her friends. So all of this Melody can't keep a friend. Who you think orchestrated that? He did. He orchestrated that tension between her and Tisha. And I'm not talking about on camera. I'm talking about getting into Scott's ears, putting them against Melody, Destiny. Hell, he even got it in Stormy head on a reunion. Remember, he said, she looking for a do girl. She's this, she's that. Anybody that seems to be building a budding relationship with Melody, he's going to try to make sure he comes and he destroys it. Sharon, what are your thoughts?
Hello, Queen Shiba, in the panel. I think that we've been seeing this going on, but it was very slow in stewing. For example, back you got to remember when Martell went to Melody home when Miss Van opened the door, and Miss Van said, we need to talk. Then you see them at the park, and Miss Van is telling him what he was doing was wrong. That means he went on her social media platform and saying that she's the reason why he can't see the kids because he had a communication with that part. And then he was sitting there all quiet, like he did nothing wrong. Then when Melody induced us to the ranch of Stormy, and she was inducing different people. One of the people she induced us to was the babysitter. And he went on her platform and dogged her out that she's not a good babysitter. And again, these are little slow things at the beginning. And I think that Melody need to verbally come out and say what's really going on, or express express her experience, what she's been going through. People don't take it very seriously when people get divorced. There are different people, way different people when they get divorced, and you have children. There's another 18 plus years of dealing with them while they're under 18 of age. So the people who come on the channel, like yesterday, the lady who was on the channel, and she's trying to make excuses out of herself. They know this is dangerous. They know you can't play around with this. And those women who had called the police a long time ago of harassment communications, Stormy flipped the hell out. We all saw that when Miss BK went into, just come to her place. So you can handle that with an older lady. How you expect you to handle that with a man? So I think some of these women on these who come forward, who claim that they've been divorced, and then their husband cheat on them, they downplaying what they went through. They downplaying how they really felt. What I think.
Thank you, Sharon. DG, you have the floor. If not, I'm going to So Crafty Lion in 5.
Hey, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. A couple of things that pop off for me. There's a lot of behaviors that, if they are documented with law enforcement, could arise to a level of stalking and harassment, a criminal charge. But the reports need to be filed with law enforcement. They need to investigate those. There are some people who are actors that are assisting, and I use that term very loosely, but very specifically. But the behavior that I'm hearing could arise to a level of an accessory to a criminal act, or a co-conspirator to a criminal act. So these people who are doing his bidding should be careful that they're not also charged. And thirdly, a lot of the information that you shared with the text messages could also be a form of stalking and harassment that may be enough or may be sufficient to get an emergency hearing in the family court as it relates to those children, and also an emergency restraining order or protective order hearing if she's in imminent fear that he may actually do something. So a lot of times, the things that we want to see done won't happen immediately. But if there's an imminent threat or perceived imminent threat, then there are some emergency mechanisms in place where she can petition the court and get a hearing within 24 hours. But that's really all I wanted to say, that a lot of the stuff that we are discussing on the internet has not been litigated in court, other than the appeal that is pending on the criminal charge. But a lot of the other information, the judges have not ruled or issued a final order on a lot of the things that we have raised. So we have to recognize that until the court actually rules on those issues, they are still outstanding. And that's really all I wanted to say. And thank you for the work that you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing from a legal perspective. Yeah, Martell, Ariane, y'all know this ain't right now. Girl, if you don't know that what you're doing is wrong on a level of harassment, you really more throat than I thought you were. So Crafty Lion, welcome. You have the floor.
Hi, Queen. Good afternoon, everyone. I was just going to say, we all know Martell is in an alternate universe where it's all about him. There's no right or wrong with what he says or what he does, because it's all about him. And it seems like he's not used to anyone in his life really ever telling him no, or at least he has forgotten throughout life that the word no exists when it comes to him. And that's how he wants to live going forward, because he's stuck. He can't move. Melody and Ariane are different in the sense that Ariane has never left him. She won't leave him, but Melody left him. That's the difference between her and other women. He didn't get a chance to leave her. She left him. And that's the blow that he can't take. He didn't get to have the last word or the final say. She robbed him of that. And he just cannot recover from that. And as far as Tasha K is concerned, on one hand, she seems to be aiding and abetting him, and on the other hand, she almost seems to be kind of trying to cover her tracks, because part of it can say, she could say, you see, it looks like I was helping him, but I was also low key trying to tell you what he was up to. I'm just waiting for the day when, hopefully she doesn't get hurt, her and her kids are safe, and it just all is over with. And they go down together, because like you said, this is too much. It's like the movie no one wants to see. It's just too much. It's time for it to stop.
It is. Now, I know people send messages all the time. Normally it's like, F you, shut up, right. Blah, 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 blah. Straight to the point, not saying that it's right. A little bit of toxic here, a little bit of toxic there. Don't call me, block, da, 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 da. But I'm sorry a million times. And I'm
Yeah,
sure there's more. And at this point, Melody, you're gonna have to release the Kraken, baby. You're gonna have to
yeah,
release the Kraken because Martell is not listen, uh-uh. This to me, that's creepy. It's scary. It's not normal. I don't get ain't nobody gonna normalize this to me. I don't want that kind of love. What you apologizing for? Typically, when you get messages like this, either somebody's about to take their own life or somebody else's.
yeah, and make you feel bad about it. I had a coworker once, and her daughter was a DV survivor, and when she finally got away, and her husband found her, he hung himself in her garage because he wanted that to be the last thing she saw. That was like his final punishment. He couldn't touch her, he couldn't hurt her. So she comes home from work and opens up her garage, and there he is hanging. That was his final punishment to her. I'm gonna stick you with that for the rest of your life.
Yeah, typically when you start to see text like this, movies, when people go back, even in real life,
Yeah,
typically we see it from our, you know, I don't know. It's just when you hear bad stories in the news and it's like, wait a minute, what you apologizing for, pimp? We just on October 3rd. Wait a minute.
yeah,
What's up? Shit, hold up. Wait a minute. What's happening? What's about to happen? Yeah, that would scare the crap out of me. Because
yeah.
why you focused on me? We're done.
Right.
We are
Yeah.
done. Why are you focused on me? Why are you sending me those types of text messages? Yeah. Okay. I
And
don't
he
know,
could,
panel. This was a lot. I wanted to come on and show it real quick. I know y'all are toe up in the chat about this. Y'all, is this normal in the chat? I don't even know why I'm asking. Are we gonna normalize and just because it's Martell and some people don't like Melody? Yeah, it's okay. Da 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 da. Um, I don't think it's
It's
normal.
well,
Go ahead.
it's not normal. It's not normal. But you watch Phil, Dr. Phil show. Those are the people, men or women, who will harass their ex during the divorce and after divorce, long there are kids involved, and sometimes there are no kids involved. So I think at this stage of Melody, she needed to go, in her father to be verbal and don't sugarcoat. In the beginning, she sugarcoated. In the beginning, she told nobody on the show. Even we watching the show, but there are people who watch the show don't watch don't watch their social media followings. And I think that when she finally came out to Nell, telling her what's going on and everything on TV, people started giving her like a side look, like okay, maybe it's something to it. Um, but pretty soon you can't keep covering somebody up, and she's been doing that for a while. Now you
I,
can't. It's too late. It's too late to cover someone else now. Now you got to tell exactly what's going on, so it won't be, so that she has something to cover her up as well.
Where it's quiet today. Where the Melody people that don't like her and the Martell supporters? Y'all quiet today because y'all know this is deplorable. Now,
Mm-hmm.
y'all know this is deplorable. Y'all quiet today. Normally, y'all not quiet in that chat. Oh, y'all didn't know all of this harassment has been going on for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
The same
And
2 years that he supposed to be in therapy with his son.
girl, this past therapy.
I know. I
At this
said
point, this
the
ain't
same
even a
2 years.
therapy ain't finna fix all that.
Mm-hmm.
Therapy ain't finna fix that, in my opinion. Daryl Long says at this point it seems to be beyond entertainment. I really be worried about me. Listen, whew, Courtney,
Call his probation officer. I don't see how this get past. The probation officer would be on speed dial. I don't know what Mel does, so I can't say what she is doing and what she's not because I always say I'm confident that she's handling business behind the scenes. All information everybody shouldn't be privy to when it's a case especially involving her children. I just know his PO would have every detail of every contact. Um, Somebody in my camp would be calling to see if they know he traveling to LA, all that, because he's just out of control. Whichever way I could get him, he will be got.
oh, I told y'all that. Look, I was like, man, this giving me anxiety now. Wait a minute. Do I want to cover this? Because this ain't even fun. I like to laugh and have a good time. So I was like, damn, this has been going on that long. And I just started thinking about it from a different perspective. I was like, even I, like, that's a lot. And that's a lot. I don't know how I'm amazed that she's still in her right mind. Because remember, this didn't start, even though what we're seeing was 2 years ago with the harassment. Imagine being married to somebody like that. They don't just pop up 2 years ago. So there's been some crazy probably in that damn marriage for quite some time. And I don't know. For the first time, I'm speechless. That's all I'm going to say. I'm speechless. I ain't even got nothing for y'all.
You really ain't nothing you can say. It's just like, damn, it's sad that we know, we've all known it for a while, but it's just sad that, we just got to continue to send prayers up for Melody, her children, her mother, her team, for her mental health, for her endurance. We see her come online and smile and laugh, but she's really dealing with something serious, which involves her children. And their stability as well. So we just got to keep her uplifted in prayer. Check on your strong friends sometimes. Just because we see them pushing forward, pushing through, does not mean that they don't need a sincere, genuine prayer, a sincere, genuine hug, laugh, to hold their hand, just to let them know you are present. So I just think we got to keep her. We're not in her inner circle, but we can send up a sincere, genuine prayer.
Somebody said he knows Jason carries a gun. He carries guns. So I mean, I don't know. This is beyond my comfort zone. Um, he's a carrier. So I done lost my damn thought. I was gonna tell y'all something. I forgot now. I think this thing threw me off a little bit. What was I gonna say? Oh, Tasha K didn't lie. Tasha K, I'm just seeing you, sugar. My bad. Tasha K did not lie. And let me find that text when she said right here, she was telling Melody, what I could think is, Tasha K, why you helping Martell? That's why I say I know it has to be for money, because the fact that you was going back and forth with Melody means Martell was heavy. See, when somebody got a heavy spirit around you, you got to get that up off of you and hand it to somebody else, which is she wasn't looking out for Melody, in my opinion. Tasha K not that kind of girl to look out for you. I think Martell was heavy on her spirit, and she needed to do something with that heaviness, in my opinion. And the lady was sick. And right here, if you look, she says, I'm at the tail end. I threw her on clothes because she insisted that this takes place today. So how can Ariane come knocking on your door insisting that you do something today? That's a heavy spirit to deal with Martell. But I do know Tasha K's telling the truth, because Martell approached me with the same energy. And I said no initially to the interview, because ain't nobody finna fucking force me to do nothing until I get prepared to do. So I said no. No, I'm not gonna do that today. When he initially reached out for the interview, he want to do it today. No, nah, I got stuff to do today. No. But Tasha K, on the other hand, jumped out of bed and put on clothes. So we two type of women. We two type of different women. I ride my own wave. You're gonna have to fall in line, or we not talking. So, Sugar, what are your thoughts?
Hey, Queen Shiva in the palace. What you presented is very disturbing. Remember when Melody came on her Instagram and was telling the story when all that with Carson Blue and all that information came out? She had read part of this text message that you're talking about. She was like, Tasha K contacted me and she sent me information with basically what she was reading was what you read, I guess, like what Martell had sent to Tasha K. And she also told us that she's going to tell her story her own way. And I don't want to force nobody to do nothing either. But we're not dealing with a regular person. Hell, we're not even dealing with a regular demon. So, it's increasing. I do believe that Melody just need to put it all out on the table. I mean, at this point, it's just exhausting. It's just exhausting. It's like a mind, it's like a crazy phenomenon with this show. You know what I mean? And I just, I back Melody whatever she do, but no, she's crazy. We need to go ahead and deal with her but remember last night what we said, you're going to have to put her down. You're going to have to put both them down. That's all you just going to have to put them down. So I really believe in my heart that it's this custody case, but I really hope that whatever Melody's doing, that she stops this. You know what I'm saying? It is harassment. What I'm saying is he said he missed you, right? He would say, I'm sorry a million times. You're not even supposed to contact her about nothing but the kids. Like every time, if he sneezes, I send it to my lawyer. But I think that it seemed like every time he come at her like this, she be winning and winning and winning. That's crazy too. Do y'all see that? Like since almost 5 years I've been following this. Every time he come with his antics, she's always favored and always winning. I do believe that's where it ended with Martell. He didn't get the last laugh. He only want Melody back so he can dog her, do whatever he got to do just to say, okay, I knew she want you, just to say whatever he want to say. You know what I mean? He never thought that she would leave. He's stuck there. It's no light in darkness. He's never going to leave her alone. And it's sad that we're sitting here watching this. And once again, it's irresponsible. It's just irresponsible behavior that's being displayed here. And if we can observe it, we can speak on it. So I'm like Courtney. At this point, it's like it's nothing you really could say, but just put it all on the floor. And unfortunately, that's kind of what Safari just tried to do. Like we don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, you know what? You're right, because I know Erica Mena is batshit crazy, but when you see how aggressive she is, not coming over that wall, but the other video, you know what I mean? When she turns into a monster and he's trying to get on the phone, that's you get what I'm saying? But,
Queen, it was
huh?
at bringing a ladder for me.
That's
She
something
brought
that
a
Ariana
ladder
do.
Hold
at
on, that's
5 a.m. It's
BYOL.
time.
Bring your own ladder. Shit, that's crazy.
But I do want to say this too. This is just my opinion because when I went through it, I went through some crazy stuff. When you have your children involved, it's very delicate. It's just very delicate because as a mother, we are natural nurturers and it's just real delicate. I think Mel is, I just think legally she is putting it all out there. I think it's up to a system. I tell people all the time, when I used to get frustrated because I was like, I was feeling defeated sometimes. I went through this process 2.5 years. I just felt defeated some days. I felt like the wind was knocked out of me. I didn't want to keep going. I think legally, like I said, sometimes we have to look at systems that are in place, the court systems, the governors, the people we have in place more than it's the person not doing anything. And I do think when it's a delicate situation with your children, legally, I think that Melody is kind of putting it all out there. Does she publicly? Maybe not so much because Martell is a loose cannon and he does have the kids for 7 days. So I think that she also has to be mindful that her children legally are required to go with their father for 7 days out of the week. 7 days each every other week. So I just think that it's a delicate situation. So as much as we want to know every move, every step, it is delicate when you're dealing with your children and you're a mother trying to protect your kids legally.
I agree. That's why I said it's the court case. You know what I mean? Because he has the kids. He will, if you don't tread delicately, he will. That's just the behavior to the kids. You know, so if she can't even get the court system to get the kids out his hands yet, we watching the train wreck.
Watch this. Not even I kind of feel like we jumping the gun. Before they got to court, he was on TV. She can't even get on network to get behind her to say Martell Holt should not be here based on his behavior. I don't care how charming he is. I don't care how he wears a suit. Carlos King, you have been a huge advocate for Martell. You orchestrated a press for him to help clean up his image, but you can't clean that up because that's on the inside. That's on the inside. You've stood behind him. You've supported him. You've rewarded him monetarily for his egregious behavior towards his ex-wife. You backed him up on the reunion stage the second year when it came to the revenge P that he taped of his ex-wife. I'm inclined to say there's more than one tape. Let me tell you why. Because when he interviewed with me, he said, how would she know? And I said, wait, did you record her without her permission? That's why I believe there's more than one tape. Somebody can be talking to you about one thing and deny it, because technically I'm not talking about that tape. I'm talking about the other one. And play little games. But Carlos, you sat on that stage. And when he said, I got the tape. And you looked at her and you said, it seems like you would remember having a penis in your mouth. How do you know? Unless you saw it. That's all I'm saying.
And
So I think go ahead. I'm sorry, Sugar. Go ahead.
Remember that same reunion when he said that? I don't know if y'all watched the behind the scenes credits, but I did. And he is on there, Mel, you okay? Mel. And she ignoring him. The camera's rolling. They just tried to dog her on that reunion. And he runs back there to try to get Mel. So, you know,
the Messy Mondays. It hasn't stopped, y'all, from every angle.
Yeah. I think we have an issue with abuse. I think that we have an issue with addressing and dealing with abuse. I'm just saying, we as a community, I think we have an issue with what that looks like. It's it comes in different forms, and I think that is the real root of a lot of this when it comes down to Carlos King. He has promoted this behavior, he has supported it, and he has funded it. And he can sit on there and be like, let's have a real conversation. Well, dude, you never have a real conversation. See, that's why I got to shut up. Ooh, wait a minute.
No, you're on point. I think listen, that's a whole different conversation, but I think you hit the nail on the head. As an African-American community, we got to start exploring our appetite for abuse and how we normalize it. It ain't that big of a deal. When you think about all of the things outside, even outside of Melody, that's happened on Love and Marriage Huntsville, the fact that your husband will want you to have sex every day, all day when you have cancer, that's abuse to me. That's abuse.
It is. And cheating is abuse. Cheating is abuse.
Yep.
It is.
Leave if you don't want to be there. Leave. Ain't nobody got to put up with that. Ladies, you got to start leaving. But it's a lot. It's a lot. And it translates not even on this show, but across all those shows that Carlos has on OWN. And I'm gonna just leave it there. Something is in the pudding.
And the buttermilk ain't clean either.
Listen. This is crazy. It's just the craziness of it all, right? Yeah. Final thoughts, y'all, before I go to super chats.
I just start because I gotta go. I think that Mel, I think Mel she gets ahead of what she needs to get ahead of, if that makes any sense. And so I'm just gonna hold faith that she's ahead of this, and I know that I just see the finish line. I just see the finish line. I just see I see victory, and I pray victory, and I'm going to speak victory over this whole situation. And we love the kids, and I just want them to be in a healthy environment away from that clown. But that's all I got to say about that. Y'all have a good evening, and and a great day.
All right, you too. Thank you for coming up. Miss Sharon, you're up next.
Take everything seriously. I think that she keep things documented to her attorneys what she need to do in their state, and she very cautious because she did what another person didn't want to talk badly about her ex, by the children father. Now her hands are tied. um she probably had to come out more to let us express us how serious this thing is. um Only thing you can do is have been done before. It's just that I think that some of us never been through it, but now we know somebody who been through it, and we just hopefully that everything would go well in the court system. That's all you can do, and hopefully that she had been contacting his PO doing on October 3rd of this text. So I'm hoping that she just put her foot on their necks, and that's it.
All right, thank you. The review
Have a good
hour, I
day, guys.
forgot to call on you. I'm so sorry.
No, that's no problem. I'm sitting here just listening to everyone. I just wanted to of course, we all know that Melody is smart. She's doing what she needs to do to keep herself and her children safe. And that's the most important thing for her to do. As for those that are doubting whether she is in an abusive situation, I've been there and done that, where you're actually still in love with your abuser. And that's the case with most of these people that are thinking that way. They cannot fathom that Melody doesn't want to have anything to do with the father of her children. And those are the ones that still you hear them say, well, my ex, we had it out, we did this and did that, and we're able to co-parent. Well, you just happen to be the one right now, maybe you will be delivered someday, you actually are still in love with your abuser. That is a thing. That's a thing. So the only thing I would say for us, for the ones that can really rush to the throne and pray for Melody, and we know what to do when it comes to that, please pray for her. Please pray for her, because it is dangerous. It's a serious matter. And I understand why she doesn't want to release any and everything out to the public, the fans, content creators, because she has to do everything within her power to protect her children. So I just really believe that she has a plan. That plan is in place, and I think his day is coming.
Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. And thank you for your patience. I completely overlooked you. I want to apologize for that, but thank you for being
That's no
flexible.
problem. No problem.
Kicking it with Courtney. Did you go? Your last thoughts?
Oh, no, not yet. But my final thoughts are just continue to pray for Mel. Like I said, pray for Melody, her children, her mother, her team, her, her lawyers. Um, but I just want to say, again, I think Melody, just the person that I've been following for so long, I'm confident that she is on top of everything that she needs to be on top of, that she is doing everything in her power that she can do. um, let's start putting some pressure on Alabama. Let's start putting some pressure on the legislation in Alabama, on the judges in Alabama, on the system in Alabama. I think that's where the problem lies, with the state of Alabama and the system. And just I'm just keeping her uplifted in prayer. And we all know that prayer without works is dead. So make sure they keep a foot on Martell's neck. Keep the PO on speed dial. Make sure any false move, report it, paper trail, report. And that's it.
Now, Trina said the moderator put me in timeout and I can't post my opinion. I am not required to come up. Y'all too biased and don't listen. Now, Trina, these grown folks, you can't make them listen to you and vice versa. Now, you know they still hot because you said Melody was going to get her ass whooped. So they remember that, Trina. That's why you getting that heat in the chat. You know what I mean? Because you came in pretty hard, girl, the other night. And, some people don't like that. Some people don't like that, child. When you come in talking about somebody going to get their ass beat, people have a strong reaction. You can't control how people respond to that type of thing. So they probably won't listen. Moderators, don't put her in chat because don't put her in, what is it called? Timeout, because she got a different opinion. We stronger than that over here. Now, it's, let her speak her piece and let the chat do their thing. That's all I'm saying. They grown. They know how to handle each other out there. So don't put her in timeout. I mean, unless somebody out there calling somebody, they trying to disrupt, let them fight. Sometimes people just need to get it out. Anywho, listen, damn, we had fun last night. This one was a different kind of energy. Let me get to my super chats. Give me 1 second. I appreciate y'all popping up. Listen, that's a hell. It's a lot. It was a lot of. I'm pretty sure there's many, many more where that came from. I'm baffled.
All right, Palace, the Super Chat Squad is in the building. We appreciate you, baby. The Super Chats are fire. Get in your bag. That's a lot of money.
Yes, Gemini Goddess with a 10-piece super sticker. We appreciate you, Queen, for coming through. Blackbird Boxy Miss Missy with a 5-piece and a pepper. She says we need to stop playing with them and unleash the dragon on them. Listen, I hope Melody does. Spare no more. April Steele with a 2-piece and a pepper. Thank you, Queen. Jean, member for 5 months, says Rico charges. Rico? I am praying for Melody and the kids' safety. Sexy RN with a 5-piece and a pepper says this is well past entertainment at this point. It really is. Martell is dangerous to Melody and the children. He's going to do something one day. And not only that, Tasha K, you playing a very nasty, dangerous game. You just fucking hopped on the train for a 2-piece and a pepper, and you have no idea the type of what I want to say. But I can't tell nobody how to content create. All money ain't good money, baby. Lies, more lies. With a 5-piece and a pepper says, my question is, would you had already sent this to the judge of that case? He would be locked up before December if it was me. You and me both, child. You and me both. But everybody got it. Everybody different. Lil Red with a 20-piece and a pepper says, there is only one Queen Sheba. This is awful. Thank God for his blood. It is awful. Candy with a 5-piece super sticker. We appreciate you. Nova Blue. I like that name. Nova Blue says this is why the show needs to go. You know what? At this point, I think I'm going to have to go ahead and agree with you. Each man for himself. If everybody is as good as they say they are in business, they'll be all right. Do y'all think at this point the show needs to go? Let me ask the chat. At this point, now that you're kind of seeing how long this harassment has been going on and who's on the roster, who has first dibs on what, who's helping out, because the man can't do it by himself. He has a lot of people helping him. I think I'm going to have to ride with Nova. All right. So Star Music Lover with a 20-piece and a pepper. She says, Queen Martell was triggered by TikTok. He needs to be the next series of worst ex ever. Psychotic. He was triggered by something. And Arion is one of the biggest fools. Let's talk about it. I understand loving a man to the point where you say love don't make sense and we done all done some stupid shit, but I ain't never rode that hard. I understand that a woman or a man can do stupid shit when they're in love. Let's not act like we all perfect, but she's beyond reach. I feel like she's one fry short of a Happy Meal. Because this is beyond me. This is beyond comprehension. Where's your family, girl? How come your homegirls ain't pulling you aside and be like, friend, you in that house by yourself. I don't know who you talking to. I know you used to talk to Original Straight No Chaser, the blogger, but you need to get yourself in a good Bible-based church. In the words of Joel Osteen. Minna Wow, member for 2 months. She says it won't stop even when he's in prison. He will use his kids, coleslaw, and any other female to harm Melody. Listen, that's a lot. Whew. Callie Kiss, 1905, with a 10-piece and a pepper, says receipt or receipting. Thank you, Queen, for all of your hard work. It's my pleasure, y'all. It's my pleasure. I am unique. 5-piece and a pepper. She says, now I know. You can all see that coleslaw is special. Remedial that was never diagnosed. She is slow, and easy manipulated, as Martell says. I don't think she's slow. I think she's hateful. I think there's a difference. I don't think she's slow. I think she's hateful. A hateful heart can have you doing hateful things. But like we say on this channels, hoes do hoe shit. Posting other women on your page, going on Twitter to tell somebody you about to drop their sex tape when you know that's not that lady with that man. She's hateful. She's beyond slow. She's hateful. Yeah. London says that text meant something bad. Martell is out of his mind. I think it did mean. I just hope it ain't. I don't know. I agree. Martell is threatening. I don't know who he's threatening, but I think there's some meaning to it that only he knows. Peace, love, prayers with a 5-piece and a pepper. Allegedly, CK and Martell want Mel erased, meaning gone from the show. Coleslaw is just flying. CK wants 100% of this show. No Mel access. Martell has no mask to wear without Mel. No, he'll just bring on his mistress. Senior Chief, 318, member for 19 months. Melody has got to take the gloves off. Listen. Expeditiously. Sexy RN with a 10-piece and a pepper says, this reminds me of the New Jersey judge that refused a mom order of protection and berated the mother. Children was unalive the next day. The Alabama court system needs to take real action before it's too late. They hardly take action when it comes to African-American kids and children of color. It takes a long time. Look at all those Netflix series. Look at all the things you see in the news and the media. Look at it's a mess when it comes to Black and brown kids. It's a mess. Nisa Najib with a 2-piece and a pepper. She says, hope they arrest him when he lands back in Alabama. Listen, because if he sent this, Melody, what else you got? There has to be more in that phone. TG with a 5-piece super sticker. We appreciate you. Sassy Libra with a 5-piece and a pepper says, Queen Sheba, thank you for sharing this, praying for Melody and the 4-piece nuggets. Listen. Pamela Wells with a 5-piece super sticker. We appreciate you, Queen. Kiki with Chrissy. Hey, Chrissy. Oh, hey, y'all. I'm late. Did I miss the call-in link? We had it out there. This was a different one, Chrissy. This one was kind of different. Moonchild. Listen, the link is moving so fast. I tried to catch it, something I want to say, but as I'm sitting here thinking about saying it, I'm shaking. Hold on to it. Hold on to it. I got that one. Good karma, 5-piece and a pepper. Mel sat with that text for 2 weeks before sharing. 2 weeks. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Mel sat with that text for 2 weeks. It is 2 weeks later. So he knew the reunion. No, it ain't. Is it? Yes. He sent that 2 weeks before the reunion. And then okay. When did they go live, y'all? Somebody look up the date real quick. When did Ariane drop them people's family picture on her page? When did Tasha K come out? What's the dates? Were we a week out from the reunion? Good karma says Mel sat with that text for 2 weeks before sharing, hence her being quiet to listen to God without all the noise. Gotta love her. God said go moments. Oh, that's a good one. Clara Wise, 5-piece and a pepper says, I am sorry I had to go out. I just tuned in, Queen. I am praying all is going well. It is. We having a deep-ass conversation. I didn't expect it to be this deep today. Fit Diva 1979 with a 5-piece and a pepper says, thank you, Queen Sheba. Prayers for Melody. Listen, I'm just praying that we all get on one accord as Black folk and that we diminish our appetite for abuse, bullying, and that we get back. Well, I can't tell grown folks what to do. I think, unfortunately, some folks have developed an appetite for it. And a lot of times water seeks its own level. We seek people that are going to advocate for what we're doing, that's going to help us to justify that we are right. And I don't want them kind of people around me. Call me out, shit. Be like, girl, if you do that, you wrong as hell. Them the kind of women and men I like in my corner. Anywho, y'all, thank you for tuning in today. That's all I got for you. I will see y'all a little bit later. Yes, Jay. Did you just pull up? Baby, go back and watch it. It's a lot. It's a lot. And Tasha K, whatever you drop, unless you got a camera in her vagina, it better not be nothing less than that. Because you attacked this woman for nothing on the behalf of Martell. Unless you got a camera in her vagina and we see the actual act taking place, you doing some old nasty work. Some nasty work, girl. That's all I'm saying. That's beyond content. Have a good day, y'all.